All of you never knew that IPOB and this Biafran movement was for your liberation. Some of you saw maybe the oil and gas from Biafra land. If they go now, we'll have access to oil and gas. In the process of having your eyes fixated on oil and gas, your forest is gone. Do you understand it? Every Yoruba person supporting Fulani, you are setting up yourself to become like the Hausa people. Remember when Hausa was supporting Fulani? We are Hausa Fulani, we are Hausa Fulani. Where are the Hausa people today? I ask you. Where are those Hausa people today? Do you see them anymore? They're saying we are Hausa Fulani, we are Hausa Fulani. Do you see them again today? Do you see them? I'm asking you. No, because Fulani have completely overwhelmed them. It's called emasculation. Completely emasculated them. Look at what they're doing in the East. In the East, they come to the East, I will tell you, oh, you want to be the president or vice? Yeah. They say, give us land for Ruga. They give them land. I saw Joseph Okado did that Lord Banta. They have taken it over in forever and ever. Give us land in your state. Hope of them approve to us that you are stood. Give us land in Olo. Hope of them will give them land in Olo. We can go and kill people in Obibo. We can kill for them. How many Fulani governors are prepared to kill bandits? I didn't say normal people. I'm talking about armed, dangerous bandits. How many Fulani governors? Go and read your newspapers, you will see it there. Fulani governors are negotiating with them, giving them arms, giving them vehicles, making sure that their life is no longer a misery. But see, they come down to the south. They tell you, give us land for Ruga. Go and kill your people to prove to us that you want Nigeria. That was why Obi was talking rubbish. Talking yesterday or 2 days ago.
Man, you know you can't be in the street like that. You gotta be riding that bike. Like craziness.
Supported by the BBC. The problem you people have in Nigeria is this. Your journalists, you see people, Punch newspaper, Tribune, Vanguard, and Nation, they are your second worst enemies. I'm telling you the truth. They can never, ever be objective in their reportage. Never, ever, ever. That's why all of you are suffering. But you don't know it. They were the same people used to scuttle the NSAS protest. Of course, some of you went about looking for Indomie in warehouses. Typical black people. Any revolution that is coming now, you must stand very firm. They'll say, oh, you're Igbo. Oh, you're Yoruba. Oh, you are from Europe. Don't join them. It's our turn in 2023. If you do this, you will scuttle our chances of becoming the president in 2023. Ask yourself, all of them that have been president from time immemorial, what benefit has it brought to you as a human being? Absolutely nothing. So you have nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing to lose. You look at them now, how they have now descended on Yoruba people, asking them to concede, give us your forest, we must graze, we must do this, we must do that. And slowly, before your eyes, they are giving in, they are letting, they are allowing them to go, oh, if you don't give it to us, so Tinubu will not be president in 2023. Tinubu won't be the president. That's what I'm saying to you. And foolishly you will agree and hand over your land to them. And once they take your land over from you, look at Hausa. Because there is a saying where we come from. If you want to know what your life is going to become in the future, look at Hausa people. If you want to understand, appreciate, I will say, the life that you are about to bequeath to your children and grandchildren, look at Hausa people. Is there any Hausa governor today? Is there any Hausa emir? Is there land though? Katsina is Hausa land. Kanu is Hausa land. Sokoto is Hausa land. people own it, indigenous to those areas. I'm asking you this question. Is there any Hausa man who's an emir in the north? The answer is no. Something's going to happen to you. If you don't rise up now to break, I'm not even asking people to break the zoo. Demand for what rightfully belongs to you, your freedom. The freedom to decide. The freedom to write a constitution if you prefer. The freedom to live with whoever you want to live with. That is what we're asking for. But most people misunderstood what we're saying. And today, almost everything we have said about the zoo has come to pass. Everything we have told you, everything I told you has come to pass, hasn't it? Everything. And some people are still questioning and arguing. They said, Fulani will resist by all means necessary, including armed resistance, any attempt to forcefully eject them from the forest. Yoruba, you must ask yourself this question. When we were pursuing them from Ebonyi, why didn't they say something about ESN on Nnamdi Kanu? Why? Have you asked yourself that question? Because they know we are prepared to die to defend our land. They understand that very well. That is the only language the Fulani understand. You cannot say to Fulani, oh, let us have a Fulani president. And after that, all will be well. Never, ever, ever. They will continue to expand. They will continue to identify idiots in your midst, traitors, saboteurs in your midst. They will promise them heaven and earth. They will give them anything they ask for in order to ensure that they get into you, they subjugate you. Look at Yoruba and Ilorin. Yoruba, how did you lose Ilorin? You lost Ilorin because somebody thought or felt that by aligning himself with what he felt was a superior Fulani force, he can defeat his own people. Afonja, what happened? As a result of that miscalculation, the great Yoruba race lost Ilorin to Fulani Caliphate. That is why in Ilorin you have an emir of Ilorin, not an Oba of Ilorin, answerable to Sokoto. That is where Lai Muhammad comes from. You can see them. Sokoto slaves in Yoruba land. When I say that it's not religion, it has nothing to do with religion. It has everything to do with the mentality of a conquered people. Now they have left Ilorin, having taken Ilorin and taken it to Sokoto. They now want to come into Oyo. They want to come into Ondo. Once they take over all those places, it's over for the Yoruba race. Over for you. No, never again will anybody rise a man of honor or integrity in Yoruba land. Never ever. It will only be their stooge. Look at what's happening in the East. Only Fulani stooges can now emerge in the East. It took them very many years, nearly 50 years, to accomplish this very simple task of making sure that everybody, be it Ohanese, be it Pandef, be it governor, anybody you're bringing out must come to the north to swear allegiance to the caliphate. All of them, ban on. Is there any political godfather in the East? There is none. They all go to the north to go and swear allegiance to the Janjaweed. That is why our life is in a mess. That is why they can bring someone like Obiozo and make him the Ohanese President General. In front of our eyes, in front of Korokoro. And what did they bribe? They gave money to BBC. They gave money to all Zoo newspapers. They started to trumpet. Obiozo, Apex Group, Apex. You saw them holding their meeting under a canopy. A ton without shame. A whole Ohanese. Under sand, ton canopy. Maybe you saw it disgraceful and shameful. Talking rubbish. The man looks like a Janjaweed anyway. Talking nonsense. These are people they have prepared for you to sell you down the drain. By the time the Fulanis are done with you, believe you me, if you don't rise up now to fight for your freedom, by the time Fulanis are done with you, you'll be more useless than a Hausa peasant doing Babi Allah somewhere in Zaria. That is the future that awaits you. Now, our people must understand this very clearly, especially my Yoruba brothers and sisters. It is about time you stop supporting evil. That evil is in Asorok. That evil is a gang of reprobates calling themselves presidency. The more you keep on supporting evil in the zoo, the more your land will be taken from you. The more your daughters will be raped and abducted, the more your sons will be slaughtered in cold blood. And under one Nigeria, there is nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing.
Yes, good morning, the great people of Biafra all over the world. Good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are joining from. Of course, this morning or afternoon or evening, according to your time zone, we are going to be joining what is happening in Abuja. And we are going to also be having an interactive section where we are going to be talking and airing our opinion with regards to what we are expecting from the court of Nigeria today. Of course, we know exactly that the imposter in Aso Rock, will be definitely be going to Imo State today. And our land, the whole of Biafra land, is under serious lockdown and will not, come out to receive the imposter. So that we will now tell the imposter through the message of this lockdown that we are in control of our territory, regardless of their dictatorship, regardless of their tyranny. We are still in full control of our territory. Of course, it is now clearer as per reason why the Fulani tried or attempted to kill Senator Ifeanyi Uba. It is now becoming in that court. There is something I will want to show you. Otherwise, if you are not, let me bring it and read it out for you. You can actually make your own research. I will read it out for you. Then you make your own research with regards, so that you will know exactly the reason why the Fulani is claiming that them own the line after attacking Ifeanyi Uba. And they did it to achieve two things. That the court will definitely buy it because it is a zoo court. They want to claim that it is IPOB that is under the leadership of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They wanted to kill Ifeanyi Uba because so many people, as the DSS brought out that Ifeanyi Uba donated his plane or his friend's plane for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to be rendition from Kenya down to Nigeria. So that is actually one of the reasons why they did it. Now, the second reason why they did it is that Ifeanyi Uba, remember what is happening in Anambra State. I don't know if many of you are aware of what happened in Anambra State a few months ago on the 3rd of August. On the 3rd of August, Ifeanyi Uba donated the sum of 500 million to Anambra State government so that they will continue to tackle insecurity in Anambra State, and which made it easier for the Anambra State government to, proceed with anti-open grazing law put in place. So Fulani people are not happy about it. So they are going to be going after anybody who participated in donation for Anambra State security. Before we go further, let me confirm for you what how Ifeanyi Uba donated 500 million to Anambra security on August 3. Now let us read. Ifeanyi Uba donates 500 million to tackle insecurity in Anambra State. The senator representing Anambra South, Ifeanyi Uba, has donated 500 million to the state government to tackle insecurity. Uba made the donation on Tuesday when he paid an official visit to Governor Soludo in company of Anambra South stakeholders and traditional rulers to congratulate him on his assumption of office as the governor. He also assured Soludo of his unwavering support for his administration. In line with my first phone conversation with him immediately after the election last year, which was predicted on my resolve not to challenge the electoral outcome to support his government in any capacity, I thanked him for his formidable efforts so far in combating the pervasive security challenges in Anambra State, especially in Anambra South Senatorial District. In furtherance of my support, I pledge to donate 500 million naira worth of security and developmental gadgets to the government, which will be implemented within the next 3 months. The donation is classified as follows. Now, this is supposed to be implemented within the next 3 months from the 3rd of August. So they wanted to cut him off so that donation will not be implemented, so that Fulani will continue to do their bidding in Anambra State. Now, number one, 200 million for the training, provisions of security personnel, and latest security communication gadgets for Anambra South security vigilante groups. Number two, 300 million for the provision of solar lights to further illuminate and strengthen the security architecture of the state. My entourage and I also presented a birthday cake to the governor in commemoration of his 62nd birthday anniversary, which was celebrated last Thursday, July 28, 2022. Conclusively, I seized the medium to reaffirm my total support and readiness to use my legislative capacity and instrumentality of the National Assembly to create synergy between the federal and the state government for the improved welfare of Anambra State. Are you paying attention? You can actually go out there. This information is on public domain. I believe it's in Tribune. I believe it is in this day. It is also in Vanguard, where you are going to find out the reason why they want to make sure that Ifeanyi Uba does not succeed, or Anambra State does not succeed in enforcing this anti-open grazing law, which Soludo announced last month, the month of August. So, as a result of that is the reason why you find them. Remember what Malafia told you. It is part of this game that they are playing. They will start taking them out. Now they are targeting the people who are putting effort together to bring in more security. Now, Ifeanyi Uba made a donation which enabled Anambra State government to put security in place in order to, actually enforce anti-open grazing law. Now they wanted to cut Ifeanyi Ubah off before he will even fulfill his, pledge to the Anambra security. So that is how it is. So in case if you are still thinking that there is something else that is, if you are still confused with regards to why would Fulani attack Ifeanyi Ubah, they attacked him first because they want to prove a point. They want to claim as if because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is going to court today, and because the DSS, they have sold the narrative that Ifeanyi Ubah produced the plane which was used to transport Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, because automatically they will say it is IPOB doings. That is one of the reasons. Now, the second reason and the main reason which they want to use one stone to kill two birds. The people in Aso Rock, they are not happy with the implementation of anti-open grazing law. Having seen that Ifeanyi Ubah is one of the highest donors to support the security of Anambra, they want to take him out. That is exactly as a result of it. More than 6 police officers, security, personnel, entourage were killed on the scene as a result trying to kill Ifeanyi Ubah. But I believe now they are understanding exactly what is going on in Anambra State. They are understanding what is going on across Nigeria, that there is no way they are going to, thrive if they allow, the Fulanis, rather, they know there is no way they are going to thrive if they allow these Igbo people to begin to wake up, to not allow them to make the state of Biafran like the places in the north. That is exactly as a result of what they are doing. Now, we want to send them this message back that we are following them and we know exactly what they are up to, and we will continue to expose them in any way they bring it, because we are following them. We are proactive in wanting to defend our land. We are proactive trying to make sure that there is no enemy who will come in our land and kill and go scot-free. And all these people, very soon you will hear the downfall of these people who came to do this operation, because they want to tag IPOB criminal. They want to send a message to Court of Appeal. But they have failed woefully. They have failed. They are not going to succeed. So, as so many of you are out there, even those in Nigeria, in Enugu, those that are in that region of Njikoka, you are, I believe, if any of you are watching me, there is a number on the screen. You will also call in, because we are also joining this program to have an interactive session with regards to what is happening at appeal court in Abuja. We are waiting for updates and we will bring it to you. But while we are at it, we are going to take calls. We are going to take calls. If you are seeing the number, it is only WhatsApp call. WhatsApp call. If you are seeing the number, give us a call. Tell us what is happening in your area in Biafra land. Is people observing the sit at home? Is the sit at home, being observed in Imo State? Is the sit at home being observed in Anambra State? Is the sit at home being observed in Akwa Ibom? Is the sit at home being observed in Bayelsa State? Is the sit at home being observed in Rivers State? Is the sit at home being observed in is it Ebonyi State? Is the sit at home being observed in Enugu State? Is the sit at home being observed in Delta State? We want to know. You call in so that we will know exactly if our people are compliant to the sit at home, and if you know if the imposter in Aso Rock is already in Imo State or is still coming to Imo State, you will inform us. So the number is on your screen. It's a WhatsApp call only in case if you want to call in. It's only a WhatsApp call. So let us proceed. Let us proceed with what we have here. And secondly, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, like I was saying to you yesterday, that P2B and his dealings with Nigeria and all these things that he is planning, he is acting as if he does not understand what we are doing. P2B is actually playing a game with our people, which the game he know that he will not win, because our people's mind is awoken. Our people's consciousness is awoken, and they are actually looking for a better deal, which there is no other platform, no other thing that is going to give them that better deal they are looking for other than the Biafra led by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So whoever that will want to stand up to channel your energy, to take your mind away from the bigger picture and telling you one Nigeria, and upon that, they continue to tell you that they support every other thing that was done to Biafra except proscription of IPOB. That was exactly the message P2B sent to us. We are Biafrans and we are proud to be a Biafran. We are not hypocritical about it. We do not want anybody to show us sympathy with regards, because this is what we are, and we are not afraid to declare ourselves Biafrans. So any Biafran that is afraid to declare themselves to be Biafrans, and they are turning a blind eye to what we are doing, acting as if they are not understanding what we are doing, that we want to go home. We want to break the amalgamation of 1914, which brought us together with these Fulanese. And they are oppressing us with the support of the British oligarchy. So if P2B could go and pay his alliance to UK, Britain, and all these big people in the world, and he spoke his mind, he did not even speak about Biafra struggle and what brought about this Biafra struggle. How is he going to navigate this issue that brought this Biafra struggle? How is he going to do it before he become a president, if he is going to be a president? P2B is not talking about it. What P2B is running up and down doing is telling you how to unite Nigeria. P2B could not unite his own people. If he could not unite his own people, now this brings me back to what I've been telling I've been telling you guys, that in this Nigeria you see, all the politicians, both the ones from the north, south, and the east, they are all the same, and they only have one agenda. That same agenda is the agenda to go in there, to have that name as a president, to have that immunity after serving for 8 years or 4 years, to have that presidential immunity, to have that presidential pension. That is exactly the reason why these people are going there. They are not going there to represent I and you. They are not going there to represent anybody. So if you call me my own, I call you my own. If you call me your enemy, I call you my enemy. Peter Obi is aware of the killings of Biafrans prior to the year of 1967 until date. Peter Obi did not talk about it. Peter Obi is not talking about that after 1970, when they claimed that there was a ceasefire. Peter Obi did not say that there is no ceasefire. Biafrans is being killed every day. Biafrans is being killed every day. The only thing Peter Obi heard and said, the proscription is the only thing I don't like. If you want to defend your people the same way Buhari came to tell you, the attack on Boko Haram is an attack on the people of the North in 2015. Before he even started his regime, he made that clear. And this Boko Haram, they supported him. This Boko Haram, they make sure that they give him his support. That is as a result of it, you see how North is being ravaged today. The northern Nigeria is being taken over by whom? By Boko Haram, by all different types of terrorist organizations across the world, across the West Africa. Now you are now understanding what is going on. But Peter Obi, your people is not terrorist. You know that. We are Biafrans. We are fighting for what is rightfully ours. But you could not be bold enough to come and say, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu should be released. Regardless of if you are claiming you are doing it in secret, why are you doing it in secret? Did Buhari support Boko Haram in secret? Did the people in the north support this Boko Haram in secret? The answer is no. They support them because they know that they are their people. They supported them. These were renowned terrorists with the blood rich. Now they supported them without holding any apology to anybody. But in your own case, you want to be politically correct, or you want to act like a hypocrite, believing that we have time for hypocrite. We do not have time for hypocrite. Does not mean that we are calling for election boycott. We are not going to call for election boycott. You will go there, you will disgrace yourself, because when you reject your people will never reject themselves. That was the same language Ojukwu spoke to you people in 1967, when you people refused to allow Biafrans to live in harmony, to allow Biafrans to live like every other person in that zoological republic called Nigeria. You did not allow Biafra to have their national cake. You did not allow Biafra to actually enjoy if Nigeria is a sovereign state. And that is the reason why you cannot refuse to move, and you refuse to move out of the way. So, Peter Obi, you are showing us that your legend is with the Fulani, regardless of all these, hypocrites. Regardless of all these hypocrites who are coming to say that Peter Obi only want to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You think like what the write-up they wrote about Malami, or whoever that wrote that write-up. We hear scores. We are up to date with regards to activities of all of you. We actually know the people who are doing the job. We know those who are doing the job. And when the time is right, when they achieve what they are doing, when they actually, make progress with what they are doing, then that is when we will represent them. We will actually bring them to show the world that they are the people who are in support of what we are doing, and you that is our person that is supposed to be in support of what we are doing, you are there beating around the bush, running to America, running to Egypt, running to US, UK, running all over the place. And you are running to those places who aided Nigeria to kill your ancestors without actually discussing our problem with those people. But you are going there to discuss your power, the power that you want to possess. That is exactly what we are going there to discuss with all these people. But it is time now we tell you that we are IPOB, we are Biafrans, we know better now. We know the activities of all of you, and we can never ever allow you people to thrive. We can never ever allow you people to succeed in your quest to make to enslave us. We will not allow you guys to enslave us again because we know better now. Because what you people continue to do is that each and every time you will lie to our people, tell them different stories, tell them different lies that they will, they will buy your story. After buying your story, you enslave them without even caring about them, without even thinking about, you are not even aware whether they are alive or they are dead, because all you care about is yourself and your family. That is the only thing you care about. I am posting a link to Facebook, a link in case if you want to come in to actually air your opinion. I'm posting a link also. The link is on Facebook, Judge Money blog. If you go to Judge Money blog, you will see those links. You will see those links. Let me see if I'll be able to post that link also on YouTube. Then it will enable you to come online and say what you want to say. In case of some of you who are not able to get through to the WhatsApp, if you want to come in, you come in and say what you want to say. I don't know if I will be able to. Okay. If you want to see the link, you are on YouTube, make a comment on that YouTube channel. If you send a comment, then I will see the comments box. The comment box here, then I will be able to post the link because I cannot see it yet. Only when I get a comment. So we must continue. Let me see if there are new updates with regards to the court today. Let's check update if we have received a new update to see what exactly is going on in court today. I can see people are enjoying their sit at home today. People are actually enjoying in the middle of the road. I can see. That's good. That's great. People are enjoying the sit at home. Update. Okay, there is update. Let us actually read out the update from the Court of Appeal today. The update says, update from Court of Appeal. The prosecutor has dropped one of the charges against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu as Mike Ozokome urges the court to strike out the remaining charges, citing lack of credibility. Stay tuned for more updates. Now, I have seen, once we enter any judiciary, we will make a progress, because any court that knows, any independent court in Nigeria that knows what they are doing in law. They know that all those bogus charges labeled against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they are all fraudulent charges. That is the reason why they will continue to strike them. So they have striked one of the count charges, and more update is yet on the way to see what they are going to strike more, because I believe there is no charges from there in that list of the count charges that they are labeled against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. None of them is actually authentic. It is all fraud. It is all fraud. They're supposed to grant Mazen Nnamdi Kanu bail, just like he is still under bail condition. He is not supposed to be actually held in solitary confinement, because according to the court, which is supposed to be competent, they granted him bail in 2017. Was it 2017? They granted him bail. So him being in solitary confinement after the Nigerian military or Nigerian government violated the bail condition granted to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Now you will ask yourself, who is supposed to be in solitary confinement? If this zoo you call Nigeria is indeed working, who is supposed to be in this solitary confinement? Who is supposed to be there? The answer is Nigeria. Nigeria law enforcers. They are the ones who are supposed to be prosecuted. Buhari, if he's there, or the imposter in Asorok, and all these cabals, they are the ones who are supposed to be in the solitary confinement today. Because if it is a developed country, if Nigeria is a developed country or free country where they practice, human rights, where there is democracy, there is no way you will find somebody granted them a bail, you go back to kill them. With the security operatives, they did not even hide. They could not hide, but they went there to show Nigeria that you are nothing. We do what we want to anybody we want at any time. That is the reason why they had the audacity to go out there to try to kill Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, so that the case of Biafra will be destroyed. At the end of it, they failed, because Chukwu Okike Abiama, who lives in heaven, is with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra restoration. That is the reason why when this late Queen of England was dropping food like a chicken for our people in that within 60s, after them starving us, closing the whole border in West Africa for food supply not to come into Biafra land, they were throwing food for us like chicken, as if they were throwing for chicken. You know, the woman liked dog. She loved dogs a lot. Those short dogs, she loved them. She treats them, everywhere she go with her dogs. But when she see black people in Africa, she see them like even, less than a dog, because she respects her dog. She actually allow her dog to suck her face, but she does not even respect the black people from Africa. That is the reason why you will see, because all these things happening is as a result of self-hate we have for our people. Self-hate. And it is obvious that these people, they don't like you, but you continue to go with them. Do you know that Idi Amin of Uganda wrote love letter to Queen Elizabeth? Wrote love letter to Queen Elizabeth. Do you know about it? Did she respond? The answer is no. Is Idi Amin not a man? The answer is he is a man. Even if she does not want, she could, at least, that is to show you, these people, they don't want anything to do with black nation. If they are going to deprive their child, their blood, of the title of a prince and his children because he is married to a half caste. He is married to a half caste. What do you think that will happen to you? Peter Obi that is running to UK. Do you think they see you as anything? They only see you as the person, you know, that are now screening you to know if you will be able to nurture their Niger company, the Niger area, where they sustain. That is the only thing they are seeing you as. This man, is he capable enough to nurture our company in this company called the Niger area? They are screening you. You run to them, you salute them, you shake them with two hands. People you are shaking with two hands. What made you think that they merit you shaking them with two hands and even bowing them, acting like you are so humble? That is to, you know, what you are doing as a result of a hypocrite is exactly the reason why we say you cannot represent us. There is nothing that will come out of Nigeria because anybody who stands up there is standing up for their own pocket and their family members. That is exactly what is happening. So, the truth of the matter is that if Nigeria is like Britain, where they run after every day, every minute of the day they run to Britain. If Nigeria is like Britain, there is no way Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will be in the police custody or in the DSS dungeon. It is Nigeria military. That Nigerian military who came to Afaruku Ibeku and killed 28 people, they are all supposed to be in solitary confinement because it is an act of war. They committed genocide on our people. They killed unarmed civilians. But none of them is called for questioning. Talk more of, you know, being arrested. None of them. Who let that dog out? Who? Led by the one in Aso Rock. Don't forget that our update says the prosecutor has dropped one of the count charges against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu as Michael Zokome urges the court to strike out the remaining charges, citing, you know, lack of credibility. Stay tuned for more updates. It is coming. For those of you who are joining us, you know, now you will understand that we are winning, we are making progress, and we will continue to win. At the end of the day, I believe that Biafra will have smile on their faces again, because you see what is going on is that they are trying all their possible best to make us to grow fatigue. Their plan is to make Biafrans grow fatigue while they bring, you know, those, you know, infiltrators that will continue to, you know, deceive the narrative. They want Biafra struggle to grow fatigue, but it is not possible because we are resilient. We are resolute. There is no way we can keep this running. We can keep it running as much as they want to resist. If we are not resolute enough, after killing more than 3.5 million women and children prior to 1967 until 1970, then you continued the killing, the war crime on Biafra. Do you really think that if we are not resolute enough, that we will still come out to demand for Biafra? That is to show you that we can never ever give up on this quest for freedom until Biafra is restored. There is no way we are going to give up, because we know what we want, and that thing is the same thing we are going to achieve. Nobody will change the narrative. Nobody will change our minds, because we are Biafrans, the formidable force. The most important thing that this Britain, Nigeria, and their Fulani counterpart does not understand is that we understand that it takes resilience to win in life. And that is the reason why we are resilient, we are resolute, we are formidable, and we will never back down, regardless of whoever you want to make your 2023, which is, 2023 is still in a limbo. If you calculate if you check in the following the algorithm of the insecurity in Nigeria, you will understand that 2023 election is in a limbo. It is uncertain because the things that are going on there in that zoo country called Nigeria, those things, they are very, very worrisome. They're now going to be killing those whom you see as prominent men. They are going after them. They started with Ifeanyi Uba because Ifeanyi Uba made a move. Because first place they want to conquer is Anambra State, because Anambra State has the business hub in Biafra land. So, since they have started with Ifeanyi Uba, the same way it is going to go to all of these so-called prominent men, it will come to them one after another. It will actually touch them one after another. This is as a result of turning a blind eye to the lamentation of the people who foresaw the future. You turn a blind eye to it, and today it is affecting you. It is affecting the whole nation because as a result of you turning a blind eye to it, it is affecting everybody. What is it that you will do in order to amend your mistakes is to join the struggle, because everywhere in Nigeria they are struggling. Every part of Nigeria is struggling. But the reason why it looks like Biafra land is still bearable, it is because we started on time to struggle. We were making a hair while the sun is shining. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu put everything in place to make sure that everything in our security apparatus will be put in place so that the Fulani will not come to emasculate us, just like they are planning across Nigeria today through Boko Haram and the ISWAP, Qaidas in Maghreb. So many terrorists from West Africa, they are there because they will never want good thing to thrive in Africa. That is the reason why they went and used Obama to kill Mama Gaddafi, because Gaddafi was fighting off the rebels. It is like the way Boko Haram is today. If we decided now that we have the power to fight off Boko Haram, we fight off Boko Haram. People in America will now bring that media propaganda. Of course, BBC, they have, if they kick you out from Facebook, kindly bring yourself back, because Facebook is beginning to kick people out. They are kicking people out rapidly. If they kick you out from the platform, bring yourself back up, because they do not want us to preach this gospel, but we will preach this gospel because we are IPOB. We are a formidable force. There is no force under the face of this planet is going to supersede the force of IPOB, because we know we have died and we have reincarnated and we are now back to retrieve the throne of Elohim in the face of the planet. That is how it is. Nothing will stop us. Nothing is going to stop us. If they kick you out, bring yourself back up. because that's what they will continue to do, because they do. And you continue to share this video so that they will know that we know what we are doing. We know we know their propaganda, we know their plans. There is a video I am trying to bring to you. That video, it is a video of somebody from the north, what they had to say with regards to what is happening. And the people in the north are actually trying, the politicians or political class, I may say, in the north, they are trying to downplay everything that these people are lamenting about. They are downplaying it. But as they are downplaying it, their people are dying in hundreds, in thousands. Their people are dying. If they can unveil fully what is happening in the north today, you will go and start thanking your God for IPOB and Biafra. You will go and thank your God for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. If they have to unveil to you physically the way people have lost their communities, people have lost their homes, people have lost their parents, their loved ones in the northern Nigeria today, you will kneel down and say, thank God for giving us Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And you will no longer think about who is going to, because he has the mandate. And anybody who will stand up to tell you that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is a Saul, they are David, you should know that that person is a criminal, because they will continue to come and tell you Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is a Saul, they are David, because they know that the story of Saul was somebody who was anointed, and at some point Saul disobeyed God. The mantle of anointed one left him. Now, that is the reason why I will continue to tell you, disregard every person who will come and tell you that Biafra struggle is beyond personality. Biafra struggle is not beyond the personality of the leader. We have only one leadership, and that leader is in the DSS dungeon. And we have one structure, and that structure is the DOS, which Nnamdi Kanu put in place, knowing that a day like this will come, where the enemy will come and sweep you off your feet. And that is the reason why he implemented these things. DOS and the DOS are continuing to do their job, and they are doing it diligently, and I believe they will continue to do it until Biafra comes, and they will continue and beyond. Now, I am trying to bring up a video for you. There is this video I want to bring up for you so that you will now see for yourself the people in the north, how they are lamenting. They are lamenting seriously. Regardless of how the media is downplaying what is playing out in the north, the people in the north are crying. They are lamenting. They are facing the wrath of the prophecy of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told Gowon that you will be alive, you will bury your people, you will be alive. The same thing you did to Biafrans, you are going to see it happening to your people. That is the reason why what is going on in the northern Nigeria, they want you to be, you have grown fatigue that, you not, because they are no longer bringing up those news. They know that the things that makes those news to trend is the media. Of course, we have gutter media. The only place they want to be is where they will gossip, IPOB, where they will bring some criminals and say, I am IPOB, we are ESN. That is where the gutter media want to be. They don't want to do their job. They should go to the northern Nigeria and see what is going on there and do their job diligently and bring us the report of what is happening in the northern Nigeria, which this guy, this Hausa man, is going to brief you exactly what I am talking about. I'm still looking for that video. Just one moment. Just one moment. Still searching for the video. We'll bring it up now. So while we are looking for the video, I think I did not. Too many videos here. We have a lot here, but we will find it. No, I think the video is actually not. So I need to collect it. Let me actually check it back from my phone and bring it back to the computer. Now, let's see if there is any update. And we continue to get updates on the sit at home. We see that the sit at home is in progress. Okay, the sit at home is in progress. We also are seeing the venue of Ndị Hope Uzodimma. We are seeing their venue is as empty as ever also. The venue where they will commission their IMSU rubbish, where the imposter is going to come. Of course, the imposter have to come with his own people. Other than that, he was going to stand alone. We are seeing their venue. It looks like where people have run away. Okay, the court is out. The court is out. Now, I think, let me bring you. The court is out. Let us actually bring to you the result of the court before we will proceed. The court is out. So, let's bring the interview with the Lego team. The interview is going to be upside down, but we will manage to listen to it because the most important thing is for us to listen to it, what it says. Now, listen attentively.
When I handle cases, God is always on the throne. In the case of Nnamdi Kanu, God has taken over the entire proceedings. There's no question about that. You all saw it in court today. The truth is that the lower court tried in striking out 8 out of the 15 amended count charge. But the lower court fell far short in not striking out the remaining 7, which have no business being in the charge sheet. All the 7 remaining counts are watery, prima facie. They are dead on arrival, and they were dead on arrival, as I termed them, as dead as dodo. But instead of the lower court striking out the entire 15 count charge and allowing Nnamdi Kanu to go home a free man after the long walk, like Nelson Mandela, long walk to freedom, the lower court retained 7 of the counts. And we are here to say, intermediate court, court of appeal, strike out these remaining 7 counts, because the lower court never calmly looked at the documentary evidence we placed before it. The respondent, the federal government, the DSS, they never responded to the critical issues we raised, that Nnamdi Kanu was forcefully abducted in Kenya. And the law is that when you want to take a person from another country like Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, you have to go through a certain extradition procedure. If you don't, the detaining authority, that is Kenya, have to first give you consent or permission that you can take away this subject from our jurisdiction. Kenya did not do that. In fact, Kenya said, we never told them to take Nnamdi Kanu away from here. So what the government did was to apply brute force, Vietnamese, in a most savage manner, by capturing Nnamdi Kanu the same way the federal government had done against Umaru Diko, who was Shagari's minister. And we have cited several cases before the court in other jurisdictions to show that a person you have brought in forcefully cannot stand trial on counts that were existing before you brought him back, which did not amount to the offense you are now saying he has committed. And by the way, the Federal High Court Act, the Administration of Criminal Justice Act, and Supreme Court and Court of Appeal decisions say when you are charging a person for a criminal offense, you must state with particulars the place where he allegedly committed the offense, the time, the venue. But in this case, all the remaining 7 counts, they are saying 6 of them that Nnamdi Kanu made certain broadcasts. Broadcasts from where? From the spirit world, you did not tell us. From Ghostland, you did not tell us. And you know what they did? That was because in an earlier objection to the first charge, where they said he made the broadcast from the United Kingdom, they tried to run away from that by now saying he made the broadcast without stating where he made the broadcast from. And the law is that you cannot charge a person in such a vague and invasive manner. The Federal High Court does not have global jurisdiction over crimes allegedly committed in other parts of Nigeria. The only count that they mentioned a venue was one of the counts where he was accused of importing a transmitter, and that It was accosted at Obolo Isuzo in Ihiala local government area of Anambra State. Of course, Ihiala local government area of Anambra State is not within the jurisdiction of the Federal High Court, such as to preside over the matter against Nnamdi Kanu in that respect. There is another point also, which is that he's being tried for allegedly committing these acts as a member or leader of IPOB. Because according to the federal government, IPOB has been banned or proscribed. Meanwhile, we have since filed an appeal against this prescription. And the appeal is pending, is extant before the same court at the Court of Appeal. And you cannot begin to carry out a charge against a person based on a foundation which we are telling the Court of Appeal to remove. The question you should ask yourself is simple. Were Nnamdi Kanu to be tried and convicted, God forbid, and the Court of Appeal later finds out or discovers that IPOB was illegally and unlawfully and wrongfully proscribed, what do you do about that? So we are saying the law is that they should wait under the doctrine of least pending. They should wait first for this court to determine whether it was lawful or illegal. And they are jumping the gun. So all in all, Nnamdi Kanu has no case against him at all. He's being kept in detention by the same DSS who investigated him, the same DSS who arrested him, the same DSS is detaining him, the same DSS is still keeping him in custody, the same DSS through the federal government is also prosecuting him. So where is the justice when you are the investigator, the arrestor, the accuser, and the prosecutor? Where is the justice? Justice is not only for the government, it is also for citizens like Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu has not done anything wrong. And we have been able to demonstrate before in our book.
So very, very important. Before those of you who are joining us now, we might be repeating this report. Now you will now understand that these people, they are not following the legal means. Nigeria is not following the legal procedures. Nigeria is following the autocracy or dictatorship procedures in order to try Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Because now the Sun is now telling them, giving them actually exactly how to navigate this problem, because number one, they do not have an evidence as per which country he made that broadcast. Even if they have evidence, they have to go to that country and ask them to prosecute him. That is one thing about law that, Nigeria does not understand, because they don't practice law. What they do is that they just dictate what will be. Executive controls the legislature. Executive controls judiciary. That is exactly how it is. I am having a call. The first caller, the caller on the line, your name and where you're calling from, please.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Good afternoon from here.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, this is your brother Mazi Atat. Calling from Austria, and by the special grace of the people of Kabiam, I am the IPOB Austria National PRO. Just as we are listening to your analysis and what Zoo is committing against our supreme leader Onyendu Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB all over the world, a prisoner of conscience. The truth about it is our indefatigable lawyer and barrister Mike Ezekome have explained to the world that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has committed no crime. Just as you have said, my brother, the zoo is judging our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu according to their own way, a country who don't obey court order, a country who have no law, a country who have written a law down, but they are going against the law they have putting down in their own books. Everything our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have tried to say or agitate for the freedom of Biafran is under the law and constitution of the two republic called Nigeria. And they know they are just incarcerating this man for nothing take. They are just detaining our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in solitary confinement because they know that this man will destroy this country only by the truth. Whatsoever that is happening in that zoo called Nigeria today is by the enlightenment of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Whatever you see the use of that zoo is doing today because they have listened to this man and the British
Okay, I think we have returned. We have returned online. It is a very, very formidable attack. Everything here got frozen. I cannot tell what was that. I cannot tell exactly what happened there, but this is exactly as a result of what we are doing. We are actually, because I don't have anything open here, you know, for my computer to be crashing just like that. It is unusual. It is unusual. But that's by the way. That's by the way. We move. We must continue. It is actually still hanging somehow, but I don't want to touch it until it continues to restore itself. So, if my brother that called in, you were saying something before, immediately when you called in, the system started hanging. I was even thinking that, your voice was coming out, but I only discovered that your voice was not coming out. So, you can actually call again if you are still around. You can actually call again. So the number is also on the screen rolling. I am going to be waiting for your calls while the system is normalizing itself, because the more you try to do something, the more it is getting worse. So we can only bring out voices. So, just like we are saying that the Psalm actually stated everything with regards to how justice system is supposed to run. They claim that Mazen Namdekan made a broadcast, that this broadcast we made it in the, according to them, in an unknown place. And apparently, the same broadcast made in an unknown place is causing trouble in Nigeria. So, if they want to actually work according to or in line with the law of Zoological Republic, they have to go and look for exactly where that broadcast was made and go to that country and prosecute Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, because you cannot prosecute somebody for what they did in another country. You cannot prosecute them in another country. Rather, you now apply for what is called extradition, in order to, if they are actually doing anything. That is the reason why you need to apply for the extradition. Then the court of that country where they made that broadcast will have a hearing. You present your case. The court will now hear the case and see if this is a case or it's just you trying to kill someone, before they will even adhere to your extradition protocols. So that is the reason why they could not go for the extradition process. They went behind, the book to kidnap Mazen Namdekano and bring him back to the zoo, where there is lawless, where I call Banana Republic, and that is the reason why they are violating every human right that he has. As an individual, they are doing everything that they can to make sure that they continue to dehumanize him, to make sure that they continue to oppress him, to make sure that his voice is not heard, for the world to know the truth about Nigeria under British oligarchy. The truth to know, for the world to know Nigeria controlled by these Fulani, the nomadic people. This is exactly the truth that they are hiding. They believe that keeping Mazen Nnamdi Kanu there will bring fatigue to the struggle, keeping him there while presenting Peter Obi to console you when they are keeping the chosen one that is going to take you out of predicament. They bring Peter Obi to console you. They believe it is going to, bring fatigue to the struggle, but we are not going to grow fatigue. We will continue. we are actually, you know, there is a difference between a devotees and people who are using their money to fund a sabotage. We are devotees, you know, using truth to destroy these activities of these evil people in Nigeria. We are using truth, not propaganda. The ones that we are up against or that is up against us, they are using propaganda, they are using lies. They are actually paying people to do what they have to do. At some point, you will get tired, but we are devotees. We will never get tired because we continue to keep our eyes on the ball. And that ball is a restoration of this nation called Biafra. Our nation, our lives, our religion, for the future of our new unborn generation, because they can never be called Nigeria. Our unborn generation and our next generation, they can never be called a Nigeria. So that is exactly the situation here. So let me actually bring this thing again.
When I handle cases, God is always on the throne.
Listen to it.
In the case of Nnamdi Kanu, God has taken over the entire proceedings. There's no question about that. You all saw it in court today. The truth is that the lower court tried in striking out 8 out of the 15 amended count charge. But the lower court fell far short in not striking out the remaining 7, which have no business being in the charge sheet. All the 7 remaining counts are watery, prima facie. They are dead on arrival, and they were dead on arrival, as I termed them, as dead as dodo. But instead of the lower court striking out the entire 15 count charge and allowing Nnamdi Kanu to go home a free man after the long walk, like Nelson Mandela, long walk to freedom, the lower court retained 7 of the counts. And we are here to say, intermediate court, court of appeal, strike out these remaining 7 counts, because the lower court never calmly looked at the documentary evidence we placed before it. The respondent, the federal government, the DSS, they never responded to the critical issues we raised, that Nnamdi Kanu was forcefully abducted in Kenya. And the law is that when you want to take a person from another country like Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, you have to go through a certain extraction. If you don't, the detaining authority, that is Kenya, have to first give you consent or permission that you can take away this subject from our
Pay attention here. Pay attention.
Kenya did not do that. In fact, Kenya said, we never told them to take Nnamdi Kanu away from here. So what the government did was to apply brute force, Vietnamese, in a most savage manner, by capturing Nnamdi Kanu the same way the federal government had done against Umaru Diko, who was Shagari's minister. And we have cited several cases before the court in other jurisdictions to show that a person you have brought in forcefully cannot stand trial on counts that were existing before you brought him back, which did not amount to the offense you are now saying he has committed. And by the way, the Federal High Court Act, the Administration of Criminal Justice Act, and Supreme Court and Court of Appeal decision say when you are charging a person for a criminal offense, you must state with particulars the place where he allegedly committed the offense, the time, the venue. But in this case, all the remaining 7 counts, they are saying 6 of them that Nnamdi Kanu made certain broadcasts. Broadcasts from where? From the spirit world, you did not tell us. From Ghostland, you did not tell us. And you know what they did? That was because in our earlier objection to the first charge, where they said he made the broadcast from the United Kingdom, they tried to run away from that by now saying he made the broadcast without stating where he made the broadcast from. And the law is that you cannot charge a person in such a vague and invasive manner. The Federal High Court does not have global jurisdiction over crimes allegedly committed in other parts of Nigeria. The only count that they mentioned a venue was one of the counts where he was accused of importing a transmitter, and that it was accosted at Obolo Isuzo in Ihiala local government area of Anambra State. Of course, Ihiala local government area of Anambra State is not within the jurisdiction of the Federal High Court, such as to preside over the matter against Nnamdi Kanu in that respect. There is another point also, which is that he is being tried for allegedly committing these acts as a member or leader of IPOB. Because according to the federal government, IPOB has been banned or proscribed. Meanwhile, we have since filed an appeal against this proscription. And the appeal is pending, is extant before the same court at the Court of Appeal. And you cannot begin to carry out a charge against a person based on a foundation which we are telling the Court of Appeal to remove. The question you should ask yourself is simple. Were Nnamdi Kanu to be tried and convicted, God forbid, and the Court of Appeal later finds out or discovers that IPOB was illegally and unlawfully and wrongfully proscribed, what do you do about that? So we are saying the law is that they should wait under the doctrine of least pending. They should wait first for this court to determine whether it was lawful or illegal. And they are jumping the gun. So all in all, Nnamdi Kanu has no case against him at all. He's being kept in detention by the same DSS who investigated him, the same DSS who arrested him, the same DSS is detaining him, the same DSS is still keeping him in custody, the same DSS through the federal government is also prosecuting him. So where is the justice when you are the investigator, the arrestor, the accuser, and the prosecutor? Where is the justice? Justice is not only for the government, it is also for citizens like Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu has not done anything wrong, and we have been able to demonstrate before in our book.
That is what you saw here. We have a caller on the line. Please, the caller, come on. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Yeah, Mazi, good morning. My beloved brother, Mazi Akas, and I'm calling from Austria.
Go ahead, my brother.
My brother, I just want to comment in the happenings of today, 13th of September 2022, for the analysis of our indefatigable barrister Ozekome. The truth about it is that Martin Nnamdi Kanu is a prisoner of conscience, and even the zoo themselves knows that this man has committed no crime. When you listen to the analyzation of this barrister, Mike Ezekome, you understood that the zoo themselves is in almighty confusion. They are just holding an innocent man for nothing's sake because they have found out with their counterpart, British government, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is capable to destroy Nigeria. With the truth, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told the whole world that I am going to destroy this zoo. With the truth, not with guns and bullets. This is why they planned to make sure that they went into another country, in Kenya, defiled the document that they have signed against against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
They defined the international treaties.
Against human rights.
They
defiled it, went to Kenya, kidnapped an innocent man, tortured him for 8 days, extraordinarily returned him to the zoo. And they know that what they are doing to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it is completely absurd. And we Biafran cannot continue to exercise patience with this type of atrocity they are committing to our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Not even only him, all Biafrans, those that are incarcerated, those that have been killed, those lavishing in DSS dungeon, in police dungeon, in army cells, which they are still committing even up to this moment that we are holding this program, Mazi Judgment. They must release our people. They must release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally, because the whole world is watching the zoo animal country called Nigeria for the atrocities they are committing against our people. What are these crimes of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? What has he committed against the zoo? The only crime Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra all over the world, is he asked for the freedom of his own people, that he needed a referendum for his people to decide if they want to continue to stay in this animal country called Nigeria or not. Which over 70 million from Biafra stood by him, fighting alongside with him till even this moment we are speaking. Go to Abuja right now, you see our people gathered for the release of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, shouting that our leader must be released, shouting that our leader has committed no crime, he's a prisoner of conscience. Mazi, I can tell you in my own idea that the reason, part of the reason they kidnapped this man is because they have found out that this man is capable to destroy this country through their counterpart, British government. Or maybe they are holding him for them to conduct their zoo election and see if maybe they can find somebody to replace this this man that have died, Muhammad Buhari, this impostor in Aso Rock, because they know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot stand before that man. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have told the whole world that this man died in 2017, precisely February 27th. In 2017, he died, and they buried him in a shallow grave in Saudi Arabia. Bring an impostor named by Jubilee al-Sudan. Till today, the politicians of the zoo country called zoo, they know this truth, but they are afraid to speak the truth. All we are saying here as Biafrans is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has committed no crime. They must release him. The UN arbitrary confinement have said they should release him. They gave Nigeria between the time they brought this information to the whole world. From that point in time to 6 months' time, if they fail to release him, they should face the consequences. But we are not going to say patient to 6 months is too far from us, because we cannot keep detaining an innocent man who have done no wrong for notice sake. Why they're all corrupt? The Fulani that are holding our leader, Martin Nandikano, all of them are claiming they are innocent of what they are doing, while all of them, just as I used to say, all of them carrying leprosy in their hands when they are trying to play Jesus. They must release him. He has committed no crime. Just our people have stand with him today. All Biafran land is shut down. Completely shut down, locked down with key. Because they know that Martin Nandikano represent their freedom. Martin Nandikano represent their dignity. Martin Nandikano represent their own life. For them to have a good life in future is what Martin Nandikano is fighting through in the DSF dungeon, in solitary confinement. So all we are saying is we are shouting in the top of our voice, asking the whole world to see the atrocity of Nigerian government and their DSS, their evil doer, their evil atrocity they are committing against Biafrans. They have killed us enough. They have tortured us enough. They have incarcerated of enough. Our people are dying every day. Even up to this moment we are speaking, their DSS are parading themselves in Biafran land, looking for who to kill, looking for who to jail, looking for who to adopt. But Chukwu Abiyama is fighting our battle for us, because we have come with equity. We have come with open hands. We have come with the hands that are whiter than white and whiter than snow. So my brother, Judge Money,
yeah,
we Biafrans, we are standing with you, because we are fighting a just cause. Just as I'm speaking in your platform, nobody pays you in what you are doing. Rather, you are putting your resources every day coming out to educate Biafrans. The reason why we must to be free in this animal country called Nigeria, which our leader Mazen Nandikano has showed us the pathway to follow. In a nutshell, I want to ask Biafrans to stand strong, stand very, very tall in solidarity of our leader Mazen Nandikano. Focus. We cannot be distracted, because we have destroyed the enemies that are trying to infiltrate into IPOB. We have destroyed them. Now they have no place. They are just running up and down without no direction. Just as the wife of our leader, the first lady, told the whole world they are all ectoparasite who has no direction in all they are doing. So, my brother, thank you for giving me this opportunity. We must keep fighting together in this gate of Biafran that we have stand, trying to know who is with us and those who are against us, so that when Biafra comes, all of them will run to exile on themselves. Those that our hand can be able to lay, they will all face the judgment of the evil crime they have committed against us. Thank you, my beloved brother. May Chukwu Okiabi, my blessed Mazi Judge Money.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was a wonderful speech. You know, the most important thing here is that, you know, our brothers say that these people, they are carrying leprosy and they are playing Jesus. You know, now, immediately when you say that, then I recognize who is speaking. Okay, so that is a very, very wonderful adage. Oh, it's a very, very wonderful, figurative word that you use there. But, so it is only for the wise people to understand what you mean there. These people are evil people trying to fight an innocent person, claiming that they are innocent. You know, what is going on in that zoo country called Nigeria? Okay, before we proceed, let us bring voice to see what people on the ground, how they feel and what they think before we proceed.
Abuja. Please addressing members are strong here in mass to pay to fire at a pay court.
You're welcome. We are worried about you. We are worried. He's another savior. Holy, holy, holy.
So this is it. Our people on the ground are chanting for the indefatigable leader, Ohamadike One of Biafra land, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, the one and the only, none else. Because if anybody is coming around to tell you that the Biafra struggle is gone beyond personality, you ask them which personality they are talking about, because the personality we know and we follow is that of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and the structure that he has put in place to continue to pilot the affair of this struggle until he comes out. So if anybody is coming to steal the glory, because if you look at what is going on here now, Nigeria government, they want to do everything to shift that glory. They want to shift that glory, but they are forgetting that there is a missing needle. If they cannot find that missing needle, they will never be able to achieve their primary obligation, which is they are trying to confuse the narrative, change the narrative, make IPOB and Biafra struggle grow fatigue, but they know that they are missing a needle. And that same needle is we are going to stand under that missing needle to destroy these people with the truth. We don't have armor, we don't have bullets. What we have is the truth at our disposal, and that same truth is worthy of destroying anything indestructible, because it is only the truth that will make you find the weak point of that thing that claim that it is indestructible. If you don't find the truth about anything, you cannot destroy it. That is exactly the reason why I say there is a missing needle that they know, not in a trillion years, they will never ever get their hands in that missing needle, which is leading us to the pathway of our freedom, and we will continue to make progress. As the Court of Appeal, today striked out one count charges amongst the 7, I believe, that the lower court, which is the High Court, left for them, left for the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, probably, which means this High Court, they are incompetent court, because if you look through the history of this case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu prior to 2015, you will understand that these people, they are not here actually to conclude the case. They are here bringing a delay strategies because they don't know what to do with regards to this case. So now I believe that the High Court is coming to start striking out one after another. But we are going to find out in no due time the next court outing. The next court outing. That is actually what I'm waiting for, to find out the next court outing, so that we will know when we are going to be ready for the next court outing. But before then, I want our people all over the world to know that Biafra restoration is a task that must be done, and there is no force under the planet Earth that is going to stop Biafra restoration, because we are divinely ordained to restore our freedom. In this age, in this our time, we are going to see our freedom. We are going to see the land of Elohim being restored in the face of this planet Earth. And that is exactly how it is going to be. We say no to anybody who is going to come to distract us, whether it is a political person, whether it is, ordinary people which they have planted to come and deceive us, to come and make us lose focus. We say no to every deceivers and everybody that is trying to shift the narrative, because these people, we know that they are not able to find out that missing needle. And that is the reason why we will continue to make sure that we take over our life, our land, and everything that has been stolen from us, which was handed over to these nomadic people in the name of Fulani. Under British supervision, they continue to kill us for Britain. They continue to kill us for the first world country, but for the sake of the resources coming out from our land, they continue to kill us. So there is no way we are going to let these things to be bygone until we restore our freedom. Igbo presidency will not give you your freedom. Igbo presidency will not give you Biafra. Igbo presidency will not help us in the quest for the restoration of our sovereign nation. It will not help us because the candidate they are bringing there is not speaking on behalf of you people who call yourself Igbos. So now what we need to continue to do is to make sure we continue to fight for our freedom. We continue to fight to make sure that our leader is released to come and continue piloting the affair of this struggle, because the enemy that you know as Nigeria, they are doing everything that they can. They are doing everything at their disposal to make sure that they bring fatigue, to make sure that they shift the narrative. But of course, they will never ever shift this narrative, because we are resilient, we are formidable, we can never ever go back without Biafra, because we have crossed the Rubicon. There is no way we are going to go back. Just like you saw, I told you, the reason why they tried to kill Ifeanyi Uba a day ago, it is because Ifeanyi Uba donated 500 million for the Anambra security. So that is exactly the reason why they are fighting him. They are trying to kill him, because that same money is going to be used to chase Fulani out of our land, because of there will no longer be open grazing, which Fulani is hiding under this open grazing law, open grazing to go into our bushes and bring guerrilla attack on our people. Because what Fulani has adopted right now is what is called guerrilla attack. And that is what they are doing. That guerrilla attack is what they plan to stop by stopping the open grazing law in Anambra State. Now, they are coming to destroy anybody who is in support of bringing tight security in Anambra State. The same reason why they move swiftly to go and pick up Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They pick up Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, knowing that, but believing that once they pick him up, they will destabilize everything that he has put in place. After destabilizing everything that he has put in place, they will now servitude, Biafrans, in order to destroy the agitation. because what they are doing right now is doing the bidding of the master. Who is this master? The master is from the West. Now, when you look at what is happening, you see that this master they are serving, these people, they don't regard the life of a black person as a life. Now you look at it, you will ask yourself, why is it that British, royal family, the servitude, or the Harris wife, because she is a mixed blood, she is a half caste mixed with white. Now you ask yourself, if they will servitude somebody, or if they will actually reject somebody who has a white and a black blood, what about you that is fully a black man from Africa? Not to talk of Africa, from the zoo, the nigger area, where they know that these people, their life does not matter. Their life is as worthful as that of the life of a pigeon. That is the reason why the queen continued to throw food like a pigeon to you. And our people were picking it up. Our people were digesting it. Now, as a result of that, our people were being killed through hunger and starvation. Now, today, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu woke up to wake us up, and all of us, we are awoken today, and today they want to bring a different narrative, making us to grow fatigue by taking Mazen Nnamdi Kanu into custody, believing that once they take him into custody, that they will create a faction, that they will bring something into the media space in order to shift the narrative. But because we are standing in truth, honesty, and we are fighting a just cause, there is nobody that will be able to shift the narrative. Nobody will be able to actually change that which has come to stay, because we are Biafrans, we are IPOB. We can never be swept up off our feet. We are the peculiar people. Now, let us also go ahead to see exactly what is also happening on the ground. Let us hear them out on the ground one more time before we proceed.
Justice, equity, and
This is Abuja. This is in Abuja. How people turned up to support their one and only leader, indefatigable leader.
They are chanting songs of praises.
The voice that when enemy hear them chanting for our leader, they become so consumed by their wickedness. So we are going to continue. We are going to continue while we are waiting for more updates and to find out when is our next court proceedings going to be. We will continue to preach the gospel of freedom for mankind. And of course, you know that the imposter in Aso Rock is going to claim he's going to Imo State. But of course, we have seen how the situation is in Imo State. Everywhere is on total shutdown. We control our territory. We control our territory. That is the reason why the enemy, they will stop at nothing than to continue to sabotage what we are doing, because they know that we control our territory. We are having a call. We will take that call. After this call, we will now continue educating our people. So we have a caller on the line. Your name and where you are calling from, please. The caller on the line, your name and where you are calling from. Your voice is not coming out clear. The caller, please.
I am calling from Enugu. I am calling from Enugu.
Okay, you are calling from Enugu. Please go ahead. What is happening in Enugu? Is there, are you people in compliance with the sit at home?
Yes, we are complying with the sit at home. Everybody is sitting at home.
Correct.
We are watching live in Abuja to see what is happening in Abuja, and we are not hearing from anybody.
Oh, when did you join the program?
Hello?
When did you join the program?
I joined the program just now. I joined the program, but I've been following all that since morning. I will not, but the Jaffa, some houses is blocking the Jaffa to speak to us.
Oh, okay. Let me bring up Barrister Joffo to speak to us. Let me bring it up so that you will hear from Barrister Joffo. I am bringing him to see if he spoke. Otherwise, I will bring back the one for Mike San Ozokome. So I am bringing up Barrister Joffo right now to hear what he said with regards to the court today. So just hold on for me, because I know that our people will be yearning to hear exactly what happened in court today. So, ladies and gentlemen, great people of Biafra, I present to you when Barrister Joffo came out to speak. So listen attentively.
Okay, it's connected. It's connected now.
Yes.
So,
Give me a snapshot.
Okay, I believe that this one that is playing right now, he did not speak much. So we are still waiting for him.
Because of I wanted
to give you a house a woman, you know.
I don't marry to
Last month.
He has shown us of Just tell him that all I want.
They never spoke much. Yes.
God have mercy upon us.
What we are going to do is to wait for the next. We are going to wait for the next video that will come in. Then we will hear. But I believe there are some people who haven't seen what the report from Michael Zokome. Let me check if there is more updates coming. Okay. Let's hear from this one and see if it has something that we want to know, if it has our information that we are looking for before we proceed.
Thank you so much. And the right, right, and each of I get a money because he treats a mother of my anybody. I just take nonsense from anybody. You want to see more than see me 1 day. So can you the next step forward now? Hey, check date for judgment. And I know thank you so much.
Okay, they didn't say much here. They haven't said much here. I will continue to search to see if we are going to get something, because we need to get the update with regards to when the final decision of the court. We need an update for the final decision of the court. We are seeing different videos here, but I believe we are waiting for the one for Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor. He is yet to speak, because what we have here is San Ozokome. Let me reiterate on that. While I am still searching for the one from Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, because I believe so many of our people want to hear from him.
In striking out 8 out of the 15 amended count charge. But the lower court fell far short in not striking out the remaining 7, which have no business being in the charge sheet. All the 7 remaining counts are watery, prima facie. They are dead on arrival, and they were dead on arrival, as I termed them, as dead as dodo. But instead of the lower court striking out the entire 15 count charge and allowing Nnamdi Kanu to go home a free man after the long walk, like Nelson Mandela, long walk to freedom, the lower court retained 7 of the counts. And we are here to say, intermediate court, court of appeal, strike out these remaining 7 counts, because the lower court never calmly looked at the documentary evidence we placed before it. The respondent, the federal government, the DSS, they never responded to the critical issues we raised, that Nnamdi Kanu was forcefully abducted in Kenya. And the law is that when you want to take a person from another country like Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, you have to go through a certain extradition procedure. If you don't, the detaining authority, that is Kenya, have to first give you consent or permission that you can take away this subject from our jurisdiction. Kenya did not do that. In fact, Kenya said, we never told them to take Nnamdi Kanu away from here. So what the government did was to apply brute force, Vietnamese, in a most savage manner, by capturing Nnamdi Kanu the same way the federal government had done against Umaru Diko, who was Shagari's minister. And we have cited several cases before the court in other jurisdictions to show that a person you have brought in forcefully cannot stand trial on counts that were existing before you brought him back, which did not amount to the offense you are now saying he has committed. And by the way, the Federal High Court Act, the Administration of Criminal Justice Act, and Supreme Court and Court of Appeal decisions say when you are charging a person for a criminal offense, you must state with particulars the place where he allegedly committed the offense, the time, the venue. But in this case, all the remaining 7 counts, they are saying 6 of them, that Nnamdi Kanu made certain broadcasts. Broadcasts from where? From the spirit world, you did not tell us. From Ghostland, you did not tell us. And you know what they did? That was because in our earlier objection to the first charge, where they said he made the broadcast from the United Kingdom, they tried to run away from that by now saying he made the broadcast without stating where he made the broadcast. And the law is that you cannot charge a person in such a vague and invasive manner. The Federal High Court does not have global jurisdiction over crimes allegedly committed in other parts of Nigeria. The only count that they mentioned a venue was one of the counts where he was accused of importing a transmitter, and that it was accosted at Obolo Isuzo in Ihiala local government area of Anambra State. Of course, Ihiala local government area of Anambra State is not within the jurisdiction of the Federal High Court. such as to preside over the matter against Nnamdi Kanu in that respect. There is another point also, which is that he is being tried for allegedly committing this act as a member or leader of IPOB. Because according to the federal government, IPOB has been banned or proscribed. Meanwhile, we have since filed an appeal against this proscription. And the appeal is pending, is extant before the same court at the Court of Appeal. And you cannot begin to carry out a charge against a person based on a foundation which we are telling the Court of Appeal to remove. The question you should ask yourself is were Nnamdi Kanu to be tried and convicted, God forbid, and the Court of Appeal later finds out or discovers that IPOB was illegally and unlawfully and wrongfully proscribed. What do you do about that? So we are saying the law is that they should under the doctrine of least pending, they should not first for this court whether it was lawful or illegal. And they are jumping the gun. So all in all, Nnamdi Kanu has no case against him at all. He's being kept in detention by the same DSS who investigated him, the same DSS who arrested him, the same DSS is detaining him, the same DSS is still keeping him in custody, the same DSS to the federal government is also prosecuting him. So where is the justice when you are the investigator, the arrestor, the accuser, and the prosecutor? Where is the justice? Justice is not only for the government, it is also for citizens like Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu has not done anything wrong, and we have been able to demonstrate before in our book.
He is still being arrested. He was arrested by the DSS, prosecuting by the DSS, detained by the DSS, everything done by the DSS. Now, you ask a question. Does that mean that DSS does not have a particular jurisdiction? The DSS is everywhere. The DSS can do anything in Nigeria as they want. They do not have a particular jurisdiction as a law enforcement agencies. Now, the question also he asked is, I see that prosecuting lawyer from prosecutor asked the judge rather asked the prosecutor from DSS prosecutor, because I will not say any other thing. That one that look like Mpiajan. How many times have you amended these count charges? He says 7. The whole court started laughing at him. 7 times he has amended the count charges. 7 times he has presented new count charges, and all of them happen to be all bogus. That does not even make sense. All of them happen to be the same count charges. For the 7th time they amended it, 7th time they brought the same count charges, 7th time they have failed. That is exactly 7 is the number of perfection. That is the reason why they get stuck at 7. And that 7 is what is going to actually destroy them and destroy that zoo called Nigeria. While we're still waiting for Barrister Jofor to speak, we are still waiting for him to speak. There are many interviews being granted already, but we are still waiting for Barrister Jofor to speak to tell us exactly what was the conclusion today in court. While we're still waiting for him to speak, we will continue to take your calls if you want to call in. If you want to call in, we will continue to take your call. So, but we are still waiting. I am also checking around to see, okay. Okay, there is an update. There is an update here. The justice of the court, or is it this one? Let's hear from there. Let's hear. Okay, now there is an update. Justice of the Appeal Court of Abuja has promised to deliver a quick judgment on the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. All argument has been heard today, and the date for the judgment day will be communicated as soon as received. Did you hear that? All argument has been heard today. The date of the judgment will be received soon. The date of the judgment will be communicated soon and will be communicated soon to you as well. So that is the update we got from Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor. So as we are going on, carrying on with what we are doing, we will also continue to wait to get that update, because that update is very, very important to us. According to the what I read here, that the whole argument has been received. The prosecuting and the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's legal team presented their case today. Now it is already been heard by the Court of Appeal, and they have promised to deliver a judgment so soon, very, very soon. And I believe and I know that that judgment will work in our favor. Because, of course, you cannot nail somebody who has not committed a crime, somebody who is still under a bail condition. You came back to violate that same bail condition just for him to flee, or you came back to violate it just to kill him, just for him not to ever appear in that court again, because you are afraid that you might lose against him. That's why you came to kill him. And that is the same reason why they are not saying anything about those 28 people who were killed in Afarukwi Bek. They are not holding anybody accountable. This is the highest injustice, the injustice of the highest order in this same 21st century. I don't believe I will ever see such injustice. Things are very, as a result of their atrocities are out there in the open. You came to kill somebody you gave a bail in 2017. With military coming in there, opening fire, killing 28 innocent, unarmed persons, both male and female, in Afarukwi Bek. After they did it, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu managed to escape, because what they came is to kill him. And they killed every moving, every living thing in that place, except those they did not set their eyes upon, including a dog. They killed a dog. Now, you will tell me that somebody who come to your house, kill 28, including your dog, you manage to escape while they are killing those people. Now, because you know that you are the target, you manage to escape as God may have it. And now they say to you again that you have been in contempt of court because they could not kill you. How does that sound? Had it been you succeeded in killing him, will you say that he is in contempt of court? And as God may have it, those people who came to kill him, they came with military uniforms. They came with military armor tanks. They came with every military arsenals. So they are marked people because they came with military marked vehicles. Now, there is no way Nigeria is actually going to come out to say it is not them, or there is no way they will come and say what we are saying is not true, because a result of that is there in the public domain. Now, you will continue to ask this Nigeria judiciary, why is it that they are downplaying all those things? Why are they downplaying the most important thing that they're supposed to be talking about in court? They are talking about being in contempt of court. They are talking about radio transmitter. They are talking about making a broadcast from an unknown heaven. It was heard in an unknown hellfire called Nigeria. And it started wreaking havoc. And the place where this broadcast was made, the country or the nation did not see it offensive, because had they seen it offensive, or if it is indeed a crime or a criminal act or act of terrorism, as they may say it, many of these broadcasts, of course, was made in free countries, countries that has security, that understand the human right, that understand the right of every person, man and woman, child or adult. They did not deem it as an act of terrorism. Nigeria is the one who called it act of terrorism, and yet they are not able to provide this, the venue where you committed this act of terrorism, which nullifies the presentation of their case. Now I can now begin to understand the reason why this judge asked the prosecutor, how many times have you amended these count charges? It said, or they said, they have amended it 7 times, the number of perfection, the number that is going to lead us to our winning. They have amended this 7 times. And I believe that he asked this question because amending it 7 times, yet they have not come up with any tangible reason why they are keeping Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in a solitary confinement in the DSS dungeon. They have not given a cogent reason why they are keeping him there. And I believe is the reason why that judge asked that question. And that answer is supposed to be something that the prosecutor is supposed to be very, very ashamed of himself answering that question, because it is a shame indeed. They are supposed to be very, very ashamed of themselves answering that question. It is a shame for you to come in a case. You have amended it 7 times. You have not come up with anything. You haven't come up with any tangible, case against your suspect. You have not come up with any tangible case against your suspect. And yet you continue to claim that this person is in contempt of court. Yet you are the one who chase him away. Yet you chase him away so that he will not come for his court proceedings. Tell him I will be joining him soon now. So, great Biafrans all over the world and the people of the world, if you are watching us from YouTube, continue to click the like button for the algorithm to continue to spread our message, to spread this message to get to the whole world, for them to see what we are passing through in Nigeria, where there is no democracy, where there is no freedom of speech. If you are watching from Judge Money Blog, make sure, don't forget to follow the pages so that you will continue to get more updates whenever we bring it, because we will not stop preaching this gospel of freedom until Biafra comes. We are not going to relent, because consistency is the key to everything that you are fighting to achieve. Consistency is the key. Don't forget to follow those pages where you are watching from. Don't forget to subscribe to that YouTube channel. Don't forget to click the like button so that the algorithm will continue to spread this message on YouTube. Now, we continue. While we are here, I want every Biafrans to know that what Nigeria is fighting against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, what Nigeria is writing against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, what Nigeria is presenting against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is dead on arrival. It is just because there is a political interest in these judicial protocols. That is as a result of this political interest in the judiciary protocols. That is the reason why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is still in the DSS dungeon today. Which this you see, it is not going to actually make us to be moved. It is not going to move us. We will continue. We will continue. And I know that this judgment that will be delivered in court of appeal, it is going to disgrace both the prosecutor, both the Federal High Court that is controlled by, the cabal in Aso Rock, Garba Shehu, and among others, because the Federal High Court is being controlled by cabal in Aso Rock. Of course, if there is any first world country interested in, that is interested in knowing exactly, of course, I know that they have people doing clandestine job for them, especially those whom they send for humanitarian, they do those jobs for them, which is job of spying and knowing what is going on in other countries, which I know that they have all this information at their disposal, because it is just a matter of Nigeria being proactive in bribing these representatives of the first world countries. I want America, I want Britain, although you people are the problem we have. So you are bound to grow complicit. You are bound to be, to be complicit. If they have to investigate the people who are representing them in Nigeria, they will find out that these people are being bribed. They will find out they are being bribed every day in Nigeria, not to deliver the factual data that they have collected. Remember that Nigeria can bribe. If you bring, angels now to Nigeria, you remember what transpired in Sodom and Gomorrah, that they were practicing their, is it bisexual or homosexualism, that the angels of the Most High even came there. They wanted to actually do the same thing to the angels. The same thing that I am trying to say, if you send the angels of the Most High to Nigeria today, Nigeria will bribe them not to speak. Nigeria will bribe them not to speak, because this is something that they are very, very, good at. They have master class, in bribing people, in convincing people to join force in their criminality. That is the reason why United Nations will call on Nigeria to release the indigenous people, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, the name of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the indefatigable leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, the supreme leader of Hamadike I of Biafra land. Nigeria flouted it, swept it under the carpet. But now, we have been waiting to see the reaction of the United Nations. This United Nation, who is their representative? Who is representing them? The answer is that those representing them are bound to grow complicit, because Nigeria can corrupt anything, anybody at their disposal. They are bound to corrupt them, because that nation is a nation that I have never seen its look-alike in the world. I have never seen the look-alike of Nigeria in the world because of its criminal tendencies, because of its cowardice, because now where they are supposed to be fighting, where they are supposed to actually be agitating as Nigeria, they are not. They are paying allegiance to that place, which is Britain. Britain is the reason why there is insecurity all over the place, killing millions of people every year. They underreport the statistics. They change the numbers in the statistics, manipulate it and report it, because Nigeria is under British structure. Nigeria is under British structure, and this structure does not spare anybody in that Nigeria, both women, both men, both children, whether it does not care about your gender. It does not spare anybody, as long as you are not a political class. If they want to destroy a political class, they will do it just like what you saw happening to Ifeanyi Uba in Nkwenugu 2 days ago. That's how they destroy their own political opponents. But other than that, they can destroy any moving person as long as you are not in their cabal or in their political classes. They will destroy you. We must continue to protect the interest of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. We must continue to protect this struggle that is led by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Do not allow yourself to be deceived by anybody. Do not allow yourself to be deceived by anybody. Nobody have that, that mantle, that, you know that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told you that if Uche Mofo know the three things, know the two, if there is three strategies or the three road map to the restoration of Biafra that need to be explored, that if Uche Mofo knows two, which I know that Uche Mofo did not even know up to two, if you know one, Hail Mary, that if he knows two, that him, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, knows the rest of them, which is the reason why the enemy that has come in to destroy his legacy through propaganda, through deceit, through exploitation of our people, they have they don't know any of these things. They have no idea of any of these things. That is the reason why they are doing everything at their disposal to make sure that they rubbish this movement, to make sure that they tell you that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, his personality is not to be remembered, that because they are trying to actually make you believe that Biafra struggle is not about personality. Why are they telling you that this struggle is not about personality? If it is not about personality, then where were they when God gave that mantle to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? If it is not about personality, where were they when Ojukwu received that mantle? If it is not about personality, because God chose whom he wants to choose to work for him. You can never force it. Regardless of what you do or say or try to do, you will never force it. You will not. The calling of God in your life is different from the calling of God in my life. So the one that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is carrying is that calling to restore the dignity of mankind, which there is no other person that I have seen that will be able to find that missing needle, except Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He is the only person, he is the only man who knows where that missing needle is. And that is the reason why he is in the DSS dungeon, suffering for the sake of me and you. He is suffering for the sake of me and you in the DSS dungeon because of that same missing needle that is at his disposal. That is the reason why they took him and they bring up so many groups to come and tell you that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, what did he go to Kenya to do? We are coming up with different propagandas or the other, asking different questions that does not make sense. What did he go to Kenya to do? That was the question the question they started asking. And the reason why they were asking this question, all for them to manipulate this divine mission, all for them to manipulate this divine, mission that our leader is embarked upon. I know there is already a fake news that is flying out there. There is already a fake news that is flying out there, giving date for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's next final appeal court judgment. And you must disregard it. This is as a result of these infiltrators, ectoparasite, and all these people that are trying to come and destroy what we are doing. There is a fake news already, and you must disregard it. Any news saying that Mazen Nnamdi 12 October was given for the judgment of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's appeal. No date has been given yet. No date has been given yet. The date will be given and we will bring that date to you. So you continue to follow what we are doing. If it is your first time on this platform of Judge Money Blog or Judge Money Official or Judge Money Blog TV, continue to follow that page and we will continue to bring you the authentic information with regards to this court proceeding, among other expositions that have, with regards to the things happening in Biafra land. So we will continue to bring you those informations. So do not go anywhere. Make sure you do not go and you start being manipulated and being exposed to people who are here to make money, who are here to exploit what we are doing in order to, bastardize the implementation of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So make sure you do not get yourself deceived. Make sure you do not get yourself deceived. We know what we are doing. The only thing is that the enemy is fighting us not to concentrate and achieve that same thing we are doing. So we will not give them room for them to continue to manipulate that same thing that we are doing, because what we are doing is as a result of divine calling given to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and his implementation. And believe you me, no other person has that mandate. No other person has that mandate. Remember during the time of Joshua and Moses. Of course, you know the story of Moses and Joshua. And at the end of it, the same story is what the enemy is using to come to tell you or to try to manipulate you that they are going to replace Mazen Nnamdi Kanu or trying to steal the spotlight or glory of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Now, if you know the story of Moses and Joshua, Moses actually disobeyed the law given to him by God, Chukwu Okike Abiama, who lives in heaven. And Moses has to die. Moses has to die for Joshua to lead the people of Israel to the promised land. And now you will now contextualize it, to what we are doing right now. Now, you will now see Ojukwu started what we saw today. Ojukwu started what we saw today because it is Ojukwu that kept this Biafra struggle alive for our generation to actually join to make sure we restore this Biafra. Now, Ojukwu did everything he could. They sabotaged him, they did everything. Ojukwu laid the foundation, the same way Moses laid the foundation of taking the children of Israelite out of the land of servitude, where they were servitude. Now, today, Ojukwu did his own path. And now Ojukwu has joined our ancestors, which Ojukwu's name is being written in the book of life. It will never be erased. That is the reason why we call him the eternal, the eternal leader. We call him the eternal leader of, what do you call him? Yes. We call him because he is still alive, because his legacy still lives. That's why we call him that. And at the end of it, the mantle was actually shifted. Even before Ojukwu died, the mantle was shifted to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, but because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was being prepared, Uwazurike now came up. And since he came up, he was not aware of the message. He was not, part of that message, but he was a tool that was used to make sure that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu come up into this struggle. And today, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu came into the struggle. He changed everything. And today, we are on the right path of achieving our freedom. So now, what am I trying to say? The enemy that will come and tell you it is not about personality, that the Biafra struggle or restoration has gone beyond personality, you should disregard that enemy. They are people who come to exploit you. They want to make money out of you. They want to make money out of you. Anybody that come into the struggle, everything they do is all about money. You should disregard those people. They want to make money out of you. In the name of autopilot ectoparasite, you see today all over the place, you know, and you are well aware that these people, they have not come to actually help you to achieve your freedom. They have come to market themselves. They have come to make themselves relevant. They have come to make money, and they know that the only way they are going to be relevant is to be hiding under the leadership of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That is the reason why they continue to tell you that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu this, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu that. They continue to raise fund. In the absence of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they are raising this fund. You ask them, they tell you they are ESN. They are in charge of your security in Biafra land. Now you will now ask them which ESN. They are not able to tell you which ESN they are talking about, because they first of all name themselves the ESN. They name themselves the ESN just to manipulate everybody. So when you are putting money for them, you will believe that it is the ESN that was established by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, without you knowing that it is the ESN that is staying in Finland. The man called, his abbreviational name is ESN. According to him, he's the one that you are donating this money for, to enrich himself, to create a capacity, to have the capacity to sabotage what we are doing in order to continue to make you fail under the structure that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu put in place, which is part of his legacy that we must protect and defend jealously. And that is as a result of that, people like me came up to challenge the lies and the deceit of these infiltrators, because we will never allow them to thrive. We will never allow them to succeed. That is, you will understand that if you check, other than those bloggers who are peeping in, using what we are doing, or using this war against the infiltrators to make money for themselves. Other than that, if you look at these infiltrators' platforms, you will ask yourself, why are they not giving you information with regards to the court update, with regards to the court proceedings? Why are they not giving you information today? Because you know why? They will not come up to give you information. Because number one, they don't have any information. Number two, they don't regard Mazen Nnamdi Kanu as the man who will give them freedom. They regard themselves as the person who will give you freedom, which they are not interested in giving you freedom. They are only interested in giving you, you know what they're interested in giving you? In taking your money, collecting the one you have, while after collecting the one you have, they constitute some nuisance in Biafra land, make noise, then military, the Fulani army of conquest, will throw them Biafra land, kill innocent people in the name that, somebody who call himself IPOB autopilot is there, speaking things that does not exist, because they always look for a way to make sure that they capitalize on it and kill our people. That is what they do all the time. And if you look through this history from the time Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was incarcerated, the sit-at-home Monday was implemented by the structure. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu advised that if you allow this sit-at-home to carry on, the enemy will use that opportunity to kill our people, to say that IPOB is killing their people in the name of enforcing sit-at-home. And if you look at it today, you will understand that the man you are dealing with is a man who foresees tomorrow, and you can never rule his decision out. You can never rule his decisions out. And as a result of this sit-at-home enforcement and all this, when Autopilot decided to start standing on the glory of this implementation done by the leadership, the DOS, they decided to stand upon it because they know that it has sank in on our people, and our people adopted it, want to sit at home. They hijacked it and they claim that they are enforcing it by recruiting some people, some criminals, to go and they act as if they are enforcing it, which now has sent so many of innocent youth to their early grave as a result of their ignorance, as a result of them only trying to gain the spotlight. Maybe it has never affected your family members, it has never affected the ones you love. That is the reason why you will not understand what we are saying, but we have the data, we have the statistics, we have all the manipulative approaches that are using. We have everything at our disposal, and we are keeping them as well for record purpose. So if you are watching this program, continue to follow the page where you are watching this program. Don't forget to click the notification button so that you will see when we are online. Facebook is attacking us. Facebook is doing everything possible to stop this gospel from being preached. But if you are always proactive in trying to tune in, we will continue to do this gospel for freedom of our people and the restoration of that land of Elohim in the face of the planet Earth. Now, we are going to be bringing this program to an end, and we will actually, let me check back to see. Okay, we have not received any update directly from our barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor. So I am actually waiting for his update in order to bring it to you, but it is taking too long. I have to take a bow from here. I must take a bow from here, and we are going to continue this gospel in no time. But until then, until we meet again, stay safe. Make sure you do the right thing. Make sure whichever area you find yourself, you continue to preach this gospel for freedom. Do not wait to receive any hope from anybody. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who knows the missing needle, who is now in the DSS dungeon, is the only man that when he speaks and give you hope, you believe that that hope is authentic because he is uncorruptible. He is incorruptible, rather. They have tried to corrupt him in several occasions. They did not succeed. So they have tried to kill him because they did not succeed in corrupting him. So they have failed and will continue to fail. And I know that our leader will be joining us soon to end this shenanigan that is all over the place in the social media, to end these criminals that is there to exploit the resources of Biafrans in the name that they are fighting for freedom. But until we meet again, stay safe, stay informed. Bye for now.